Hello, everyone. Welcome into Post-Show Headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas with John Kincade. Special edition, part 2 of Post-Show Headlines. We have 5 listener questions today, but real quick, I'm throwing a curveball at you before we get to question 1.
Curveball.
You grew up in the Philadelphia area.
Yes. Broomall, Pennsylvania.
Worked in Atlanta for 20-some years.
Yes.
You're back home working.
Sure.
Just tell me quickly, differences in opening day, home openers for Philadelphia and Atlanta. Because we know the Philly fan base, and remember the playoff tickets in Atlanta. Like
very comparable.
Okay,
I mean it's the Braves and the attendance thing. Imagine if when the Braves were getting crap about their attendance. Imagine, and we're both Temple guys.
Yeah.
Imagine the Braves stadium being 3 blocks from Temple's campus, off of Temple's campus.
Yeah,
that's where it used to be, and then they moved the Braves to a different location, and you can hardly get tickets.
Yeah.
So it's very comparable. Braves are the rabid.
Plus, you were down there during the 13 straight years of winning the division.
Okay. And it's a lot. So it's very, very good. And by the way, what they built around the Braves Stadium is what they're building around the stadium complex.
Good.
People are going to go nuts for it.
Speaking of somebody who went to Wrigley and Fenway, Wrigleyville, Yankee Way, this is going to be amazing.
All right, let's go. These are 5 questions. You can use my Instagram and Twitter to send along questions too. In the DMs, I got them all together, and I took 5 randomly today, and we got a bunch. So
yeah,
we're gonna have
and he's much better at it. That's why we don't say me. I'm so bad with my phone.
We'll be able to do this once a week.
Okay,
so it's good.
Love that.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one. This is from Anna on Instagram.
Hello, Anna.
And it's Anna,
not Anna.
She says Anna, and then it says AHNNA.
Anna
on Instagram. What are the little things that we do that annoy our spouses?
I tell way too many jokes, and not like knock jokes. Like if Christy does something, I will make a quip, and every once in a while, depending on how Cooper's been acting that day, how work was for her that day, how maybe I didn't get something done around the house because I'm the guy that does a lot of the stuff around the house. Your humor
sort of falls flat.
And then it's like, hey, I'm not in favor of those jokes right now.
See, Christina is Monica from Friends.
Okay.
So in our household, it's me not putting the pillows back on the couch right. Geez. Not folding up the blanket that I used when I took a nap. Right.
See, I'm the cleanly one in the house, so like I'm the one that's.
But it's not. There's
no. But I'm the one that's putting things back.
Oh, you are.
So like I'm the one. So
you understand her.
I understand. Yeah, because I'm I'm
when we were first married, I would say to her, she'd be laying in bed at night.
Yeah.
And I'd go, oh, and she'd go, what? I mean, no, don't worry about it. She'd go, what? I said, I think I left my sneakers out underneath the coffee table.
And it would bother her.
She would find an excuse to go look.
Oh, I'm thirsty. I got to go drink some water.
Because it bothered her.
Oh, God.
And I would literally bring it up.
You do it on purpose?
It's terrible. Yeah.
You're a horrible person.
But I admitted that it was terrible. But I didn't do that.
Right.
So Anna, thanks. By the way,
she
says she could understand why ladies would like watching post-show headlines.
What can we say? You did say the majority of our DMs are from women.
No, they weren't now, though. Now it's much more dudes. It's a whole sausage party now. Okay, Benson Blend.
That's the greatest name I've ever heard.
Benson Blend. I don't know if it's his name, a nickname, or whatever, but Benson looks like.
But he's in one of your shows that you watch.
He could be on Young and the Restless.
Yeah,
he
Benson very well Blend.
What real life job could you see your radio partner killing it at? I guess he looks at our jobs as not real life.
Well, see, I can speak off of experience knowing that you did really well in the venture capitalist
big
company.
Business,
but I will say sales, because part of our job is being salesmen. We do live reads and we go to clients, and you're very good at that kind of stuff.
I like that.
So I would say something in sales. I'm not going to tell you a specific like auto mechanic, like I don't know, but something in sales you would clean up.
See, I think Andrew could kill it in one of two things.
Fry cook.
Real estate, I think you would crush it, and I think it's one of those things you could pick up, and within a year you'd be one of the best in the whole area.
And you don't think I've thought about the what if this doesn't work?
Very personal. Yeah. I think you could do. Wouldn't he look good on like a sign too? Like a sign on someone's front lawn. That's nice. And I also think too, somebody like overseeing like home improvements, contractors, yard, like something like that, where you oversee the operation.
Okay.
You sell it, you sell the vision,
all right.
and then you have staff that does it.
Okay. Yeah, I would have to, because I could do stuff with my hands. Right. But I'm not some contractor.
No, but you'd be able
you don't want to call me. I'm not like the guy that has the truck and does all. Okay,
you're the idea guy. Put it all together.
Okay,
so
that's
thanks,
fair.
Benson Blend.
Thank you, Benson.
We appreciate
the
that.
greatest name ever.
All right, the things we don't know about being a talk show host. This is from CJ on Twitter. What are the things we don't know? The audience.
Oh, so an audience
does not know about the job of being a talk show host. What do they not know about our day and about our job?
So one thing I'll say, and I'm going to be as respectful as I possibly can.
Okay.
Somebody that does like a podcast for an hour, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, will say, I could do that job.
Sure.
And you know what? A lot of you can.
Absolutely.
I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, I'm not Mr. King of radio. We're not kings of radio. Like, there are other people.
You're a prince, man.
Yeah, I'm a prince. There are a lot of people that can do our jobs.
I'm a sultan.
But there are people that think because they do a 1-hour podcast, they can do a daily 4-hour talk show. It's not that easy. We had to come up with different angles on a daily basis. When I used to host weekends, I used to make the mistake of, well, this happened on Tuesday.
Let's do the recap show.
That's an old news story.
That's
so
bad, yeah.
It's having to be on top of everything, not just watching sports, but reading all the articles and reading what people are saying. So I think the amount of effort that goes, I mean, we get in an hour before the show starts to put the show together. So I think people think we just react to a game. And that's not it. You react to a story from a game.
Correct.
Like Eagles Mondays is different.
That's easy.
You know, you react.
That's the easiest days of our lives.
But like tomorrow, following opening day, we're not just going to break down pitch by pitch for the Phillies.
Don't tend to do that.
And people that tweet in and go, "Hey, how come you're not talking about the X's and O's?" It's like because people don't want to hear that. The majority.
I think too, people misunderstand that. No, we do not get like free tickets to every game we want to go to like bring our family and friends. And also, too, that the access you get to athletes, unless you're a beat writer where you get really in all the time, I'll go to the Phillies clubhouse 8-10 times a year.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I get to know the players.
Right. Our access is having closer access to reporters.
Correct.
Like we talk to Jeff McClain on a weekly basis. I can also text him.
Absolutely.
Tim McManus. I can say, yeah, what's going on here?
No question.
And I might find out a few things, but it's not like a player specifically is telling us anything. We've had opportunities to sit down with people. But yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot that goes into the job, more than what I think a lot of people think. I mean, we have meetings after shows and all that. It's not.
We put up with Dylan.
We put up with Dylan. Yeah,
did you do that in your job? All right. Brian on Instagram asks,
hello, Brian.
What misunderstood Philly athlete could you help change their image by conducting a one-on-one interview with them? Wow. I thought this was a really interesting question. I'm going to tell you, I think that there's one, and I think a misunderstood Philly athlete is Nick Castellanos. Because I watch Nick Castellanos when I'm down at the ballpark, and I watch him with his teammates. I watch him with staff. I watch him with other people, and they seem to really dig him. So there's something about the relationship between media and him that I would love to talk out with him in a more long form. Yeah. And I bet you it could help change the image, because a lot of people have not warmed up to Nick Castellanos because they think he's a bit of a jerk.
And he's one of the better players on this team.
He has been.
Yeah.
It's the way he's been portrayed. Anybody misunderstood?
So here's
I thought of one for you.
Here's one I would do. I would play Jason Kelce, not his retirement speech, but like about 4 or 5 years ago.
It just ended, by the way. His retirement speech ended right before our show.
About 4 or 5 years ago, he was asked about Ben Simmons. And he just straight up said, it's hard to play here. Don't get me wrong, because you need to perform and try.
Right.
But trying is not hard.
Right.
And trying to buy in is not hard. So I will say Ben Simmons.
I thought you were going to say Embiid.
Well, no.
And I do think you could do an interview with Joel Embiid and
I probably could
more humanize what he's gone through.
But Simmons falling apart the way that he did and not loving Philadelphia and all kinds of stuff, like that was my biggest beef with him. Like, it's not that hard. If you go to, let's say you travel abroad.
Sure.
You're not going to walk around like, hey, I'm the American here.
Right.
Like, no, you're going to try their cultures. You're going to try to do things. It's not hard. If you're signing a contract for 5 years to try to ingrain yourself in the city that you're now playing with.
All right, last one. Scully in Lower Merion. What coach or general manager in Philadelphia sports history, strange we asked this question tonight, was from this morning, would you unfire after the day John Tortorella got fired today?
Wow.
What coach or manager would you unfire? Pete Mackanin.
Oh, I did not like him at all.
Really? I don't. I like Pete
I didn't like him at
Mackanin
all.
would have been a better manager to bridge it through. They made mistake getting rid of Pete Mackanin at the time.
Look, I hated Gabe Kapler, but I'm not sitting here saying Pete Mackanin.
Pete Mackanin would have been
answer.
much better to lead that team and to get that team built up.
This is my problem with the sport.
Okay.
Your hockey, I don't get you play 3 games and then you fire him. The Laviolette thing, like that guy took you to a cup, and then it's we got tired. His messaging went up. How come it's always the coach's fault and not the player's fault that the messaging fell apart? I don't like the sport of hockey confuses me that you can go through an entire training camp, an entire thing, and then 3 games in the season, it's they're not hearing him anymore.
That's dumb.
So Lavi.
That's tough. See, there you go.
All right.
Hey, like, subscribe, and be a part of everything we've got going on here.
And you won't be doing this tomorrow?
No, I'm getting on a
to
train, baby.
All right. See you guys.
See you.
Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.